Guys, just a quick update on my current trades. So I'm still shorting a lot of the same altcoins we've been talking about on the channel for a while. I have added a few different shorts recently. I added one yesterday, actually, which we'll talk about on this video. But you'll probably see a lot of the familiar ones that we've been shorting for some time, like Sui, Zcash, Ethereum, Render, etc. So yeah, we're going to talk about my trades, where I think the market's going to go, why I'm taking some of these trades, why I'm interested in some more downside on a lot of these altcoins. I'll do a longer video about why I think altcoins are going to have their worst bear market in history, which for me personally is a bull run, right? It's another bull run, because if altcoins are going to go down 99% historically, then for me that's a potential another 10, 15, 20x if I can short these altcoins down 99%, right? So just quickly, briefly over the trades. MON, we've been shorting this for a while. I think I talked about this on the channel. I've already banked quite a lot of profit. So I've banked $18,000 already to the bank, so I can't lose. I've got 5.3K that's not been claimed, so I'm still leaving this open because I think there's a lot more downside. So I think this could go to 10, 15, 20,000. And my margin is 4.2K, so I can only lose 4.2K, but I've already banked 18.5, right? Sui, I did add to my Sui short, which turned out to be quite a good decision because Sui is actually coming down a lot now. 17,000 is already banked, and I've only got 3.9K margin on there, right? So I can't lose on most of these trades now. ETH I did open recently. That's doing pretty well. So we opened that a few days ago. That's $7,000 already banked, 6.5K in profits, and I got about 9.8K margin there. Zcash, we opened a little while ago. We almost shorted the top. Where was our entry on Zcash? 413. Sorry, that's the market price. Our entry was, I added to my position actually, so it dropped it. I think my entry was like 650 or 700 or something. And I ended up adding to my position on Zcash as well, which I'm glad I did because Zcash is starting to come down as well now. So that's 6.6K in profits. Then Render, I didn't add anything to Render. It's moving a bit scammy, but that's around $3,000 in profit. XRP, we've been shorting for a while. I think I did add to my XRP short. So 2.6K banked, and then that's sitting around 3.6K profit. World Liberty Finance, I've been in and out of this a few times. I've taken profits. I've opened new shorts. It's been a gem, World Liberty Finance. I think it is going to tank. We've just had lots of scam pump and dumps on that. So I'm every time it's pumps, I'm opening new shorts and getting back in after taking profits. Tau is a new one. So Tau we got into, I think, yesterday, which is doing all right, 34% in profits already. And I've only banked like $518. I just DCA out, guys. Like I take little bits of profit as it goes down. But as you can see here, it can really build up over time with $18,000, $17,000, $7,000, etc. So yeah, Tau's the one I opened recently. Why did I get into MON? Well, basically, we came back up into this orange zone. This is where I added to my position, I think, a week ago or last week or maybe a couple of weeks ago. You see this perfect M pattern. So when you break down like this, you'll often have this relief rally, which is also known as a dead cat bounce. And we came back to this resistance level, and this was the sort of area I was looking to add to my short position. We actually took some profits on the way down, and then I added some more to that short position. And I don't think it's going to ever come back above this level here, guys. I mean, maybe next cycle in 4 or 5 years, but I don't think it's going to happen this bull run. I think this is going to continue to trend to the downside over the next 6, 7, 8 months. So I'm really interested in holding this open right into the bear market. I think altcoins are going to come down 90 to 99%. So hopefully I can be on board with the rest of the bag. But as you can see on my trade, I've already taken $18,000 profit on there, right? So I can't lose anyway. But I think MON still has quite a way to come down. I really like these M patterns. You see how we had like this little mini double top, and then it broke the neckline, and then it was kind of finished. So yeah, Ethereum not looking good. So we longed Ethereum. We were taking loads of longs on the way up. The SMC bot gave a final buy signal here around 2.4K because it started around 1.8K. And we took some longs, and then it started to look like it was going to roll over. And then we started to get these sell signals flash up. We had a little bit of a fake out here. And then the final sell signal flash from the SMC bot here. And then you notice how we were trying to get it back above, rejected, right? So if you miss the short from the SMC bot here, this is where I usually wait to get back in. And notice how we came back, we got rejected, we came back, we got rejected. So every time we came back to this level, it would have been a phenomenal short position. So congratulations if you took that. We had a fake out the other day, and I said to the guys, look, we do have a buy signal here. I might take this trade. And then it invalidated. So this is very bearish. One of our members was actually asking about this. So we had a buy signal, and then it invalidated the next day, and then it removed the buy signal, which is very, very bearish, and it means that you're really struggling to get above this resistance, right? And we had the def cross here, and ironically, last cycle when we had the def cross on Ethereum, it did actually pump short term, and a similar kind of pump, and actually tanked very badly to the downside. So not only is the TA kind of playing out, but history is kind of playing out. As we've talked about, right? We've kind of talked about this since January, February, nearly 11 months ago now. And we talked about this support line here holding up. Then we saw the rally in altcoins and crypto up to resistance. And then obviously this is where we topped last cycle. So far, so good, guys. Everything is playing out exactly as we've talked about on the channel. And I hope you guys are on the right side of the trade, because I keep seeing these liquidations. It's horrendous, right? So I hope you guys are on the right side of the trade. It's very hard because, sometimes we're chopping and changing and flipping here. Like I took a long here and I closed it, and then I got back into a short. But as long as I'm looking at this resistance line, it makes it a lot easier, right? You see when we come up here, I'm kind of expecting to be on the edge. Like, I'm on my toes here. Are we going to hold? Are we going to push above? I can set my stop loss just below, and then I can flip into a short if we get rejected. When we're coming up here, I'm not getting too confident that this is a breakout. I want to see us close above this resistance, and then we got rejected. And then the same again here, right? Is this a breakout? Everyone starts taking longs here. The SMC bot really helps prevent that FOMO. Every time you see these green candles and we start to see all these long positions opening again, we're actually coming up to a key resistance here where historically we get rejected. And it's not quite the 50 day, because the 50 day is here, right? It's actually the SMC daily. It's turning out to be phenomenal for some of these reversal points. So I'm really expecting ETH potentially to come down here, but I mean, the trend is your friend, right? If we get back above the SMC daily, then maybe I'll take some more profits off my short. Maybe I'll see if we're starting to reverse here, move to the upside. But the trend is your friend until the end. I don't need to make any rash decisions here because we're under this level, so I'm expecting more downside. The problem with getting rejected like this is you could come down and push a new low here. As you start to make these lower highs, you could come down and make a new low, and 2.5k is kind of calling for Ethereum in terms of support levels. So I'd be really interested in seeing ETH come down to 2.5k. It's quite a big drop. I think we'd get a bounce off that level. It's quite a big psychological number. And there's also a long support line around 2.5k. There's a lot of confluence around 2.5k. Could we come lower? Look, absolutely, right? If Bitcoin comes down, if the stock market comes down, we could just rip down even further. But for now, I'm quite interested in long in support, short in resistance. I'm just taking small trades at the moment. So I think I told you guys I am getting ready to take a 100k trade. So that would be my biggest trade I've ever taken. I just haven't seen it yet. I'm just taking small trades here and there. Like this is like 0.5% left on here now. 0.4%. This is 1%. This ETH short was quite big. Technically, right? But I'm still trading with 0.5, 1%, sometimes 2% if I'm quite confident on the trade. I'm posting them in my Discord so you guys can see my trades here. Made $40,000 the other day in 4 hours after posting that long position. Bitcoin came down from like 86k to 84k in 4 hours. It was crazy. Took some profits off that. I wish I'd have held that open. Where are we today? Actually, no, it's good that I took profits off that because it ended up moving to the upside. Added to my Mon short. So here you can see where I added to my Mon short. You can see where it pushed up here. Up to see how it came to the SMC 4 hour. So on the time frame, we're looking at the daily on Ethereum, but notice how I'm looking at the 4 hour here, and also notice how it got rejected from the 4 hour resistance on the SMC. So we had another point of confluence. Then we had the yellow candle on the 4 hour SMC bot, indicating that we might be topping out here. So when you get these yellow candles flash, it signals that this might be the top. And if you took a short there, look how good that short would have been. You'd have absolutely printed. So multiple different signals here to say, look, we're coming down. This is resistance. This is resistance. It's really nice to trade. Look, is it going to get it right every time? Absolutely not. But it's been so consistent this cycle. And I'm really excited to use this alongside the Nansen and the other tools that we're using, right, to navigate these markets. So let's see if we come down here. Do you think we're going to come down? Do you think this is going to play out? Or do you think this time's different? I keep seeing a lot of big accounts say, this time's different. Tom Lee's here, business cycle. But so far, we literally are following last cycle. And it really amazes me that people can see the pattern play out, like the exact same pattern play out, and still say this time's different when everything's been the same. It's very, very strange. It's so strange to see it. I mean, we had the roadmap here. It's just been phenomenal. So yeah, this is really cool because if this does play out, guys, the bottom's probably going to play out the same as well. So the same sort of bottoming patterns that we had on Bitcoin last cycle are probably going to be very similar because the whole move has been pretty much exactly the same. The big question is, can we come down to the lower support here around 36k, 40k? That's the big question we're all going to be wondering over the next 10 months, 9 months as we go into a bear market. Well, we've already started the bear market, but we're just at the start, right? I don't even think the ETFs have gone into a loss yet, right? So those guys have got to go through max pain before we bottom. The ETF, the average ETF price is still in profit. And that's not how you get into crypto. You don't come into crypto and have a free ride where you're in profit for your entire investment. It's one of the most volatile assets ever, right? Look what happens each cycle when the miners go underwater and the miners start to make a loss. We haven't even gone into the stages yet where we start to get those miner loss FUD. Like I think everyone's even forgotten about. We'll go through a period where mining companies are shutting down, and it'll be on the news, and the media are talking about how mining companies can't afford to mine Bitcoin, and then the hash rate's going to go down. Now the security of the network is dropping. Now the price needs to go up to, I don't know, 100k just for miners to break even. Everyone seems to have forgotten the stages that we're yet to go through, and I think that's going to hit the space hard because it has been sunshine and rainbows. BlackRock are buying, JP Morgan have flipped bullish on crypto, President Trump is bullish on crypto, Eric Trump is saying Bitcoin's going to $1 million. It has literally been an easy ride of sunshine and rainbows, right? It's literally been straight up to the resistance and then straight down, right? It even played out like it did last cycle. So, you know, people say this cycle's been hard. I think we've been blessed. Bitcoin was $16,000 and it went to 120,000. Like, I think we've been blessed this cycle. We didn't really have any bad FUD. Larry Fink from BlackRock basically carried everyone from 35k, saying, you know, the price could go to 600k. Everyone started to FOMO in. Companies started to FOMO in. Nation states started to FOMO in. It's been easy, this ride. Altcoins has been horrendous, right? Altcoins has been very, very difficult to trade. And unless you've been tracking on chain and you've been like glued to the market, it's been very, very hard to time these tops and to get out with some profits. We haven't won on all of the altcoins. I've definitely taken some big losses, but overall the profits are very good. But yeah, I will agree altcoins have been savage compared to last cycle, and a lot of people held and DCA down. So at least if you didn't DCA down all the way down, and obviously you're not going to hold everything into a bear market, then you might be at a loss right now. You might be at a 50% loss, but even if you're at 50% loss in altcoins, you're actually probably doing better than a lot of people. You're probably doing better than a lot of the market. If you put a $10,000 into crypto and you're down to 5k, if you 10x that next cycle, it's 50k, right? Or if you 20x it, it's 100k. Some people are holding their bags down, but not only that, they're putting more capital every month into the market. So maybe they copied you. They put 10k in the market. Their 10k is now 20k into the market, 30k into the market, and it's just coming down and down and down as they dollar cost average into these altcoins, and they just continue to go down and just literally flush and rug pull pretty much everyone. And this is just the start as well, right? This is where are we today? Bitcoin's at 86,000. You want to see where altcoins are going to be when we come down to 70,000, 60,000, 50,000. it's going to be a massacre, and a lot of the newbies don't know how it goes as we go into a bear market. So what are you guys doing? Are you bearish? Are you bullish? Do you think we're going to have a bounce? I will say it's a little bit disheartening that we are moving like this into Christmas. I don't even know. I don't want to say this, but I mean, I'm getting worried that this was the Santa rally, and if this was the Santa rally, this is the last time we see this price, in my opinion, right? I don't know, guys. I would like to see a bigger Santa rally. I just think we're getting so close to Christmas right now. People are going to start to take some money out of the markets. Don't forget, credit card debt is at all-time high. So a lot of people are going to start taking money out of the markets to do their Christmas shopping, to pay the bills. Maybe they've got to travel to see their family. You do see sometimes a lot of profit taking as you come up to Christmas. So I don't know. We might see the death candles start before Christmas. Maybe they start on Christmas or after Christmas. But usually we get a Santa rally. I just wouldn't bet my cards on it, and that's why I still have a lot of short positions still open at the moment. If we come down aggressively here, I would look for a bounce into a Santa rally. I mean, if we can really flush down and flush out a lot of the long positions, then yeah, maybe I would potentially look for a Santa rally. But I wouldn't take my big trade. Everything needs to align for the big trade, or else I'll just skip. Like, trade from a position of strength, if not skip. Otherwise, you're just going to be gambling, right? If you're not letting the market come to you and you're not waiting for the perfect setup, then you're wasting money, because that perfect setup is going to come again. Look at the long position we took when Trump won, right? When Trump won the election, I took a massive long position, and I said TP 100k. I think the price was like 68k or something at the time. And that changed my life, right? I made hundreds of thousands of dollars off that one trade. And that moment will probably come again at some point or another, where I'm like, there is a 99% chance that this is going to move in this direction for a long time. Those are the trades that I'm looking for. For example, let's say MicroStrategy sell Bitcoin and we're first to the news. Maybe we see it on chain, right? Maybe we see the money being moved around on Nansen. Then I want to be there ready for that 100k short, right? Because that price is going to move very, very fast. Yeah, so look, hopefully we can still get this dead cat bounce and we can get this entry. If not, I'm just going to continue what I'm doing at the moment and just looking for these smaller entries. Pigs get slaughtered, and I don't really want to start taking huge trades. I mean, this was quite a nice trade. I added a decent amount to this, but these are the kind of trades that I'm looking for, and the setups I'm kind of looking for. Same with XRP, right? We've been absolutely killing XRP on the way down, shorting all of these peaks every time it came back to the SMC daily. You see, we shorted here when it came back. We waited, we were patient, so we had to wait many days. It came back, many days it came back, right? The original sell signal was all the way up here at 290, but we've just been waiting and waiting and waiting. And this is another sign of weakness, guys. Look at XRP. Notice how it didn't even get back to this resistance line. This is a massive sign that the market's getting fatigued, and they're not even waiting for resistance levels to take profits. They're getting front run out of the market. I think there is a race to sell at the moment, especially altcoins. I think there's a race for everyone to call it a day. I think people are calling it a day in crypto and saying, hey, look, XRP was 30 cents. It's now $2. I'm still up massively. Maybe I'll just call it a day. And that hope is starting to die out. So yeah, just waiting for a position of strength. It would be nice if we got a scam pump here on XRP, because then I could potentially add some more to my position, because we took some profits from XRP. How many profits did we take? Only 2.6k. I mean, it hasn't really moved much. XRP. I don't know if this is a new trade, right? Because I already closed the first two shorts. So yeah. Those are the trades that I'm on at the moment, guys. If you want to join the Discord, so if you want to see my trades, what trades I'm doing, everything I am buying and selling, you can join the guys in the Discord. Big up Gino here, 66% on that Tau short. Congratulations. Yeah, we took this yesterday at 290 and it came down to 271. So really, really nice trade there. Congratulations, Gino. Big licks, 524% on that trade. Lovely. Spicy peanut butter, BTC short 74%. Congratulations, shorted it down from 92.5. Sui long 52%. Big up Tom and Norway. Crypto 69. 156% on that ETH short. Still running. Thanks. Stop loss at 125%. This is key, right? Setting your stop loss in profit so you don't get too greedy. I see so many accounts hold into a loss. I mean, if you have your stop loss at entry, at least it's a free bet, right? But yeah, I see so many accounts hold and hold for more and get wrecked. Big up Pablo for 38% on that ETH short. Big up Flexicon, 124% on that BTC long. Big up Chalky, 300% on the Trump short and 141% on the XRP short. GG's, bro. Big up Colin Bricks, the man, the mod, the myth. 611% on that BTC short. GG's. 200x. You absolute degen. Okay, so guys, yeah, if you want to join us, head over to Twitter, search this one, the bottom one, not the top one. That's going to take you to my page. Click this link. That will take you to Patreon. Once you've set up in Patreon, it's a monthly fee, by the way. You can join and leave at any time. If you don't like it after your first month, you can leave. Yeah, if it's not for you, you can leave. It's not a yearly thing or a lifetime thing. So once you join, you can get access to the Discord. You can see all the leverage trades. It's not just me as well. We have a professional leverage trader in there who gives trade setups, trade ideas, where he thinks the market's going to bounce, where he thinks the market's going to come down. Really, really good. He does video updates in there as well, guys. So he talks about it, what his trades and why he's taking those trades. So it's quite educational as well. So, you know, you're not just copying trades or looking at trades. You're actually seeing why they're taking the trades they're taking. As what I do as well, right? I try to make these videos educational. So that's it for now. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, like, drop a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on the market. Are you shorting? And don't forget, none of the information in this video is financial advice. Do your own research. Investing in crypto, investing in anything is highly risky. You can lose all of your money investing in anything. So always do your own research first. That's it for now, guys. Until then, I will catch you in the next one.